So perhaps you're at the point where you're questioning whether trading is for you. Should you give it up? Should you do something else? Is this actually going to work out? Well, this video is for you. This is the 5th video of my series of building a profitable system. But before I show you anything on the charts, before I show you an actionable strategy that you can use by the end of this series, I want to just have a chat with you. Person to person, man on man. Let's have a chat. Now, the thing about trading requires money, right? It's a zero-sum game. You need to put money in to have exposure and skin in the game. Versus any other career, I think trading is a lot more emotionally draining because you have to put your own money in the game. Versus if you were to go take a traditional path and do a normal career, yes, you would have to pay for your education, you would have to pay for university. However, it's not costing you anything else, right? You feel that you're paying for your tuition. However, tuition in the markets is painfully putting your hard-earned money into a trading account or buying prop firm challenges, thinking there's upside to this, that you're only going to make money. Well, the truth of the fact is, your first 2 years, you are not going to make a single penny. And I believe it takes a good 2 years. Now, if you're in your first year, am I telling you that you should stop for a year because you're probably going to lose? No. But what I want you to do is have a different way of thinking. A way of thinking I wish I had 9 years ago when I started, right? Almost coming up on the 10-year mark of being involved in the markets. Has it always been easy? No, not at all. And I've come to recently realize that it never will be. However, we can put systems in place which can allow us to consistently make profit in the market. And that is just a case of repeating the process over and over and over again. That is what successful trading is. It is not a get-rich-quick system. If you think like that, if you trade like that, you are going to have a very, very short-lived career. However, the reason I wanted to make this video for you all is to remind you that to have skin in the game in the markets, you need money. I see the industry has shifted a lot over the past 5 years from your regular retail brokerage to the funded account dream, right? But the statistics are against you in the funded space. You are given challenges to pass, which again, I think they are a great opportunity if you have a correct, profitable system in place that can sustain levels of drawdown less than 10%. By all means, put your money into it. But what I've noticed a lot of people doing now is instead of the average 2,000 or 3,000 deposit into a regular traditional brokerage, people are throwing multiple challenges out the window because they're hoping for that one payout to make it all back. That's the sunk cost fallacy. That is throwing everything in and telling yourself that you got to keep doing that because you've already come so far. You can't stop now. But I'm here to tell you that you're better off stepping back now, right? Coming up with a profitable system now versus constantly just throwing your last money in to the markets. The markets are going to spit you out and it's not going to be fun, right? A year from now, you're going to come back to this video and you're going to think, shit, he was right. And I'm down 10 grand. And I'm down however much. Or you're going to be throwing money into the market without having a profitable system in place. A winning streak, right, may look like a profitable system, but can your system endure losses? And that is something I'm going to show you further down the line in the series. My last point on this video is, if you're at a point in your life, right now, where you're trading and you feel that trading is going to get you out of said situation, whatever situation you're in, I want you to focus on getting your money right first. Trading is a very energy demanding game, and you need to be able to make good quality decisions. I ran a live mentorship for 2 years, right? I went live every day. I think it was 4 days out of 2 years. And what I realized a lot of people are actually doing is throwing their last money, going into debt if they have to, just to have exposure in the markets. And I feel that's a very wrong way of thinking. I rather want to be the only person on YouTube to tell you this. Step back now. Step back now. Get a job if you have to. Go into the traditional life if you have to for a while. It does not mean that trading's not for you. It just means that maybe you're not ready yet. Now, for example, you have your last $500 and you feel that the markets are perfect right now. And you're going to go ahead and you're going to buy an FTMO challenge, right? And you're going to trade that FTMO challenge because it's your last $500. Do you know how emotional you're going to be in the markets because that's your last $500? You are not going to be able to make sound emotional decisions because you're so emotionally attached to that money. Unfortunately, in markets, there's going to be capital at risk. It's the game, right? If you don't like getting hot in the kitchen, you shouldn't even be there in the first place. Same thing with trading. If you cannot handle losing a trade and losing money, you're not going to make any money at all. So this is the point in the video where I'm going to tell you, if you're at that point right now, take that step back. Maybe you shouldn't be trading right now. Maybe you should stop. Maybe you should take that break. Because if you're constantly beating at the same drum and you're not developing a profitable system and a profitable strategy, what's the point? Keep that 500, right? Keep it. There's no point throwing it into the markets because it's likely that you're going to lose that. You're going to be back at zero and you're going to wait a few months or however long to come back into the game. And you're going to repeat this cycle for a few years before you tell yourself, yeah, maybe trading's not for me. But did you actually give it your best shot? Serious question. Did you give it your best shot? Were you disciplined? Did you put systems in place that will help you with your discipline? If you struggle with discipline, that's nothing bad to admit, right? The fluctuations in the markets, the constant movement in your P&L is hard to manage. Should that stop you from trading? Not at all. Put a system in place. Put a system in place that will prevent you from breaking those rules. But I wanted to have this chat with you today before we get into the later part of the series where I go through the charts and I give you an actionable plan to go ahead and trade. Before I give you any of that, I wanted you to hear this and watch this video. But if you've watched till now, guys, thank you very much. I would suggest, and I'll pin it on the top, perhaps over here, go watch the full series. Spend some time, watch the full series, because when I get to the charts, the foundation is what matters. What matters is being able to split your risk up. What matters is building a trading cycle that you can stick to over and over again. That's what really matters the most. So if you have watched till now, thank you very much, guys. Go ahead and take care of yourself. Put yourself in a position where you can make good quality decisions. Because if you can't do that, you shouldn't be trading right now. And I'm not afraid to tell you that. I think I'm probably the only one on YouTube that'll tell you to stop trading. Maybe it's not for you right now. Go away, get your money right, get a few thousand behind your name. Feel better, right? Feel better. Throwing your last dime into the market, it's not going to work. You're going to be repeating this cycle like this. And in a couple of years' time, you're going to be in the same position. There is no point in doing that. And there's no shame in stepping back. There's no shame in it at all. Come back when you're ready. The markets are always there. The markets have been there before you. They're going to be there after you. They're going to be there after me. Right? But you can't spend your time throwing money if now's just not the right time for you. Take care. Hope you enjoyed this video. Drop in the comments what part of this video you enjoyed and what you think should the series entail. Going forward in the series, I'm going to be running through the charts. I'm going to be running through an actionable trading plan, how to set one up. And then I'm also going to be sharing live trades using this. So enjoy it, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.